Hello and welcome to the Brecon Beacons.
You join us for a few days in the beautiful Brecon Beacons. We have just arrived at our campsite for the next few nights and we've just set up. So we've got our kitchen tent set up so we can make some dinner in a minute, for all of our storage as well, and our van set up as well. So we're looking forward to a few days of exploring, hopefully going to be doing Penny Fan tomorrow, as well as looking at some amazing waterfalls and doing some exploring of some different waterfall walks across the area. So yeah, join us for the next few days as we explore the Brecon Beacons.
This is dinner for tonight. We've got a little vegetable curry, some extra chickpeas to go in it, a little basmati rice. We've got these cheeky 0% beers to go with it. So getting a bit crazy this evening. We've got to get up pretty early in the morning. We're hoping, if we can, to get up on the hike for sunrise and see something good, because we've got some good weather on the forecast. It says living the life like microwave rice on the stove. We move on to the delicious curry, which actually smells pretty good given the fact it comes out of the tin. And then extra chickpeas just to give it a bit more excitement.
As we have the kitchen tent set up this time, it means that we have plenty of room left in our van. So as you can see behind me, it's completely set up as we would use it in the day, so we can chill out there later if it gets too cold, or actually just set it up and get ready for the evening by pulling the bed out. So yeah, a really nice setup this time. Tom's just over here cooking dinner. We've got the little farm dog just here at our feet who's just chilling out. Yeah, just settling in really for a lovely evening, looking forward to dinner and hoping that we're going to get a really wonderful sunset.
We even got ourselves a plastic spoon this time, so we're not scraping the pan like last time. That's a nice touch.
Well, that's dinner done, and while we won't be winning any awards for our culinary prowess, it's just really simple food, and I think we never quite know what the weather's going to do when we're out in this van, so we try to keep things really simple because, as you can see, if we have to cook, it's an outdoor setup, so that was completely fine. But yeah, and I've been joined by this little friend keeping us company.
Just getting ready for our hike first thing in the morning tomorrow. So we have got all the snacks prepped. We are all packed up now. Everything's in the bags, ready to go. And with that, the sun is now setting. It's still lovely and warm. It's just the beginning of April and it's absolutely lovely out here.
I guess that's one of the things about being out in the van, is that you kind of get an early night, whether you want one or not. But I think we need one ahead of tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll see you. Hopefully we're getting up at around 3. Everything's packed and ready to go for tomorrow. So we'll see how we get on. But hopefully the peacock will go to sleep soon and we will have a peaceful night's sleep. And we'll see you in the morning.
Cheers, bye.
Good morning. We didn't quite make it up when we planned. We were going to get up at 3, but then we thought, why bother doing that? Because we'll just be knackered for the day ahead. So yeah, we got up slightly later, about 4:30. And we've just got to this car park. It's about 5:30 now. And the sun is just starting to come up. So let's go for a hike.
One mile in. This was a silly idea. It's a very big ascent straight away on the walk. I'm struggling to see the point. Okay, maybe it's not so bad. This view makes up for it.
Somebody, me, completely forgot to bring their water bottle, and all we had in the van when we left this morning was 4 cans of Guinness Zero, 2 0% ciders and 2 0% beers, and 2 litres of sparkling water. So whilst everyone else has got their walking bottles and their water for their hikes. I'm just carrying around 2 litres of sparkling water. A bit bougie, but glad of it. The wind finally died down just a little bit. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad we got up to do this, aren't you?
Yeah, it felt very, very tiring at the time, but it's worth it.
Yeah, if you get out the top, see where we started, just down there by that water, and that ascent up to that first trigger point was grueling. It was really tough, step after step after step. But nice to get up here for sunrise. It's 7:30. We've already seen 2 other people, and yeah, I can't think of a better way to start the day.
Right, we've just reached the first of the peaks of the tower. We're actually in clouds at the minute, which is pretty cool. Further out, you can see a bit of a cloud inversion. It's kind of lost when you get here. This is going to do, which is just like the little brother to Brecon, which is just in the background there. So it's that one next. And if you can hear me with the wind up here, this is the top of Penny Fan, which I can't quite believe it. It's empty. She is.
Hi. Made it to the top. The only people here. Beautiful.
I don't know if you can see that in the background, but we've actually came from all the way over here. And then we've walked this whole ridgeline around this circle here. And then we've come down this sort of point here, behind me maybe. Which, we looked at it, it looked ridiculous and impossible, but we're here. And now we've got this last one to do, which also looks quite big.
Let's go.
Third one ticked off.
17,000 steps done, and we've just stopped at the bottom of the final summit for some lunch. What could be more enticing after such a long walk? Excited about your lunch?
We are on the home straight now, one last bit of straight road to do. And we've done all the fun bits, the up and downs, the good views, and now we're left with just trudging back to the van. So just really excited to get out back.
Oh, we're back at the van. I think we've probably got more and more dishevelled as the clips have gone on. But yeah, we left the van at about 6:15 this morning, and it's now 1:15. So I think we've done about 21,000 steps. My phone says about 205 flights. It's a long way, but it's been brilliant.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I think we were going to obviously get up really early and go, but actually I think doing a lot of that in the dark wouldn't have been as nice. So to actually get that first out of the way, have the sunrise, have some breakfast, and then carry on and do the rest of the peaks was absolutely perfect. So yeah, really good morning. Obviously we've still got the rest of the day to go now, so I think it's probably head back to the campsite for a chilled afternoon. I'll catch up with you later. We just came down off the mountain and Tom said, oh, I really could eat some ice cream. Just came out of the car park. Just on the corner there's a little tea room. I think it's called the old barn tea room. Ice cream. Cheers. We've had a very chilled afternoon back at the van. Had a little nap and then just got ready and headed down to Brecon just for a couple of beers, and then found a really lovely pub just for some tea. Really, we were going to cook up at the van. We brought all the food to cook for the entirety of our trip, but I think after today we just needed to go and grab something quickly. So we had a nice meal, and now it's back up at the van. Another 2 little lambs have just been born, so it's really cute outside with them all jumping around. But yeah, we're gonna go to bed now and get ready for tomorrow, and hopefully some waterfalls and some more sunshine. So we'll catch up with you then.
Cheers, night. we've woken up for a very different day this morning, and I think we're glad that we went on our walk yesterday, as today is very different. Got a bit of rain this morning, but that's supposed to clear up. But actually that should be a good thing, because we're heading hopefully to the waterfalls today, and they are helped by a bit of rainfall. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'm just getting some breakfast on. We didn't get up quite so early this morning because we were quite tired after yesterday. And we have got pretty much the mainstay of our van times, and that is porridge pots and coffee.
We've just arrived at Waterfall country, so today we're planning on doing a Four Falls route, so we're hoping that we can get in the water as well, but there hasn't been a lot of rainfall, so we'll see how high the water levels are. But yeah, not such a strenuous hike today, but yeah, looking forward to getting out and exploring some of the waterfall area, so let's go.
We've walked about 400 metres and the place is already amazing. First waterfall in the bag.
Another day, another plaster pot, this time with a waterfall.
Very good view. This place is really good for swimming, but the main waterfall obviously gets really, really busy, like you can see maybe in the background in a minute. So we've just come down the river a little bit and tried to find a little quiet spot, and this might do. Made it in. It's quite cold.
It's freezing. That was exhilarating.
Very good.
Absolutely freezing. Really good tip if you come to this waterfall, and we'll pop the name of it on screen. Lots of people getting in just under the waterfall, but we came a bit further down, and there's a really lovely big pool that you can swim in. So you still get the waterfall in the background, but it's just a little bit quieter. So really good tip if you're heading here. But yeah, that was great. Hopefully we can get another dip in somewhere around the circuit. But now we're going to get dressed and head back up the steps and onto the next waterfall.
This one you can actually get behind, which is a bit of a novelty.
Just inside our second waterfall of the day. Hanging out at another waterfall.
Yeah, we come right to the end of the path on this one, and there's no one else here. So I think this has been the best one, really.
Yeah. You can get right in behind it as well. So you tuck in behind here, you can get right in behind the waterfall. It's absolutely amazing. Really powerful. Back to the van after a fairly epic day of waterfalls. So
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah,
really good.
we'll link both the walks that we do that we did underneath in the comments. But yeah, it was a fantastic walk. It does get quite busy, but with good reason, because it's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, and we visited all four of the waterfalls that were on the tour. Had a couple of swims as well. Managed to get under a couple of the waterfalls too. So there's a really good few different spots you can jump in along all of the trail actually and have a quick swim. But yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. And what's even better, and it's got me really excited for summer, is that the weather was really warm. So usually if we go when we're at home and do a quick dip over the winter, it's been so cold, and actually to jump out of the water and kind of be dry and warm within an hour is just brilliant. So yeah, looking forward to summer days ahead really. But no, fantastic day, and now we're heading back to the van for a chilled afternoon and some dinner. Just got back. Everything looks like absolute chaos because we've basically just unpacked all the bags from today to dry everything out. But the sun is shining, so all it calls for now is new book, got a drink. I'm just going to sit and enjoy this gorgeous view. What a day. So when we were heading back from the waterfalls today, we were discussing what we were going to have for dinner, and we knew we either had a tin of chilli or a tin of hot dogs. And at that point we had the inspired idea that we were actually going to have chili dogs for tea. So why not just combine both and use both up? So we're going to get cooking now and enjoy dinner with the last of the sun, because it's been the most gorgeous afternoon. One of the things we have talked about is actually spending more time cooking when we're away in the van. So what we've tended to do for the last few trips is really just lean on convenience items, so things like cans of curry or tins of chilli, whereas actually we want to start cooking some real proper dishes. So if you've got any recommendations for really great £1 meals that we should be trying when we're in the van, then let us know. We have to keep things simple because we don't have a fridge, so we can use the cool box, but we tend not to bring it on shorter trips. So anything you can think of that we should be cooking rather than relying on tins of chilli, then we'd be delighted to hear.
So this is actually pretty gourmet for us by our standards.
So as the sun sets on our second full day in the Brecon Beacons, we are just chilling out of the van after a lovely dinner. Thanks, Tom. Thanks for cooking. So yeah, we're just relaxing now. We're not going to head off too early tomorrow. I think we're actually going to head to Hay-on-Wye for a few hours. We've been there before but really liked it, and then head on back down to Cornwall. So yeah, we will catch up with you in the morning. Good morning. We've woken up to the most wonderful blue sky morning. Tom's just in the van, just in bed, watching the F1 qualify, and it's my job to get the kettle on. So it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. We're going to pack up shortly, get ready for the day, and then head to Hay-on-Wye, and then travel back down to Cornwall. But yeah, it's been an absolutely amazing time. Wish we were staying here for a couple more nights really, but we have to head back. But yeah, what a beautiful view to wake up to.
We're just about to start packing down at the campsite now, ready to leave. But we just had someone ask about the bed and how it works, so we'll just show you that whilst we're packing down anyway. These are the mattress panels that just sort of fold up and slide away. It then reveals the bed underneath. And you see this, these are just two separate panels that slide into each other. This is just a whole pre-bought set that we bought. This whole unit comes as a one, and then we just fit it straight into the van, and it's sort of made for this size of van. And then these literally just slide in and out and pull away there. You've got a little handle to pull it in and out, and obviously the cupboards underneath were built in as well, and it all just comes as one set, so it's as easy as that really, just sliding it in and out. Can be a bit tricky on when it gets wedged under things like this. There we go. And then it just slides in, and then doesn't quite go back in like you would. But you get the gist. There we go. So that's everything back as it should be. And then when we drive away, we just sort of pull this bit down and then pack everything on top of it, just so that nothing flies forward when we're driving. So that's all set up, and then we've just got to do the rest of the pack up, and then we'll get on our way.
Just before we head back down to Cornwall, we have come to Hay-on-Wye, which is the world's first book town. So we were debating on the way over how many books we may walk away with. I've said 0, Tom said 2, but we will see. So yeah, join us for a little walk around Hay-on-Wye. We're both wrong, definitely came out with 6 books. On to the next shop. Well, that brings to a close our time in the Brecon Beacons. We have had a brilliant few days. We were just saying earlier, we think it's probably one of the best van trips that we've taken.
Yeah, definitely.
Great combination of brilliant location, great campsite, brilliant weather. We're not often blessed with really warm weather, and yeah, packed an awful lot into 3 days, but also felt like it's been quite relaxing as well. So a really nice mix.
Yeah, I think we found a good balance this time.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you for joining us for this adventure as we've wandered our way across the Brecon Beacons, and we hope to see you in the next video.